In the world of speedway in Australia, certainly there are no bigger names at the moment than James McFadden. James, you're certainly one of the young and up-and-coming drivers. How's your summer been with World Series?
Up and down like it always is. We've had some good results and we're showing good car speed. I just got to get a little more consistent and finish some races.
So it's more about finishing at the moment, is it?
Yeah, pretty much. We're looking half decent in the points, and if I finish a few here and get a couple up on Brian Mann and Farrell, I think we can catch them and get in the top three, I think.
What's it been like driving with those guys this year? Because World Series has probably been a step up to what it has been in the past.
Yeah, it's excellent. You can race with all these guys wheel to wheel, and they're not going to move up on you and give you a wheel. So it's always good, and every time you get on the track, you learn something different. So as long as I keep learning, I think it's only going to make me better.
So with the Scott Milling team this year, first year, how have you found it so far? You've certainly a fair way into the relationship now.
Yeah. We at the start, we struggled a bit, as you do, with new cars, new motors, getting back with the old crew and that. And now, we've found something good with the cars, and we're gelling really good, and we're showing now with our results. So hopefully we can just get that a little bit better now and get some wins.
It must have been promising for you, like with World Series in the second round, coming third. I think everyone's expecting you to see on the podium just about every night, and it hasn't quite turned out that way.
No, we've started up near the front, and I've made some bad errors, and then we started down the back and moved forward all the nights. Like down Speed Week, we got a couple hard charger awards and that, but it's just so hard when you're starting down the back. To run seventh, you're still doing pretty good. It's just you can't give them that head start. Once you give them that head start, you're behind the eight ball.
So something that is so important with certainly with World Series is qualifying, and where you get which marble you draw. How have you been coping with that? So when you don't get such a good marble, how have you been going with that?
Yeah, we just have to work our way through the B main, and as I said, you're behind the eight ball, which makes it's hard. These guys race for a living, and to give them that little head start, you're chasing your tail the whole time. But you learn a lot more because you're passing a lot more cars, and then now we've been qualifying a little better. We've been up the front and finishing near the front, so hopefully we learn something from that and time trial good.
So yeah, certainly last night in the first of the Friday night of the 20,000, you came a solid third. What was that like running with Donny Schatz for so many laps?
Yeah, it's good. He's one of those drivers you can race wheel to wheel with, and he's not going to fence you. So
yep.
And you learn from people like him. When you're following him, you watch what he's doing, and I think that's helped us a little bit. We've changed the car tonight and hopefully move forward a little more and race with him.
So what can you learn? What sort of things do you notice, like when you are behind him, that you can maybe implement with your driving or the car?
Just the way he drives, I guess. He drives the car a lot straighter than most people, and his ability to move the car around the track, that's where he's able to go that little bit faster than everyone else. So I know we'll try that, and hopefully we can do the same thing.
So you're going to try to adopt his strategy rather than what a lot of other people are going, oh, well, let him do what he wants, we'll try to do our own thing. Are you going to try to copy them?
Well, he's the best in the world at the moment, so clearly he's got something going for him, and he may as well give it a go.
How hard is that going to be, trying to keep that car so straight like he does? It must be quite demanding to do.
Yeah, it's difficult because the car's got to be so tight, and if you do make a mistake, it ends up big, like we saw that Wednesday night. But you got to try these things to go forward, and hopefully it makes us go forward.
So 20 laps last night. What sort of different mentality as far as driving and car setup do you think for 50 laps tonight?
Well, clearly last night was more of a sprint race, and you just had to get through the first few laps, and once you got them done, you were pretty much sorted for your positions, where tonight you're going to have to set up for the last 20 laps, not the first 20. So it's going to be tough. Like, the cars will be a bit of a pig at the start of the race, but it'll come on strong at the end, and I guess it's whoever's got the best car at the end is going to be the one to win, and old mate's going to be pretty hard to beat, I think.
Old mate just up there, right?
Yeah, no, number 2 car.
So as far as like at the start of the race, you're going to have a lot of fuel on board. How much of a difference does that make with the way the car feels?
Oh, a lot different. It makes the balance of the car, like it's very hard to drive those first few laps, especially because everyone's hustling and bustling and elbows up.
Yeah.
It's all right once you clear out because you can be on the gas, but as soon as you get on and off the gas with a full fuel load, it's pretty tough. But you got to get the car good for the end, and that's when the money's at. So you got to persuade, keep going, and hopefully you can get there.
Well, James, thanks for the chat, and I'm sure you'll be right up there with where the money is after tonight.
I hope so. Thank you.
And certainly James is one of the ones to watch tonight and for the rest of the year. And also, coming years, expect to see the McFadden name up there with the Tatnells and the Fars. Thanks for watching.